Thank you guys for coming out so much. This is the Frisco Democratic Club. I'm so glad to see we have the turnout that we have tonight. First, let me get a raise of hands on who's new here. Who's here for the first time? Wow, this is awesome. Okay. Now, thank you so much for showing up. We're the Frisco Democratic Club. We have 2 events every single month. We have a happy hour, and then we have a breakfast club, and then we have this happy hour, the one that you're at right here. We try to make sure that voters are aware of the elections that are coming up, because by the way, we have an election coming up here in Frisco, literally starting next week. We also try to give you guys the opportunity to meet the candidates who are running for office in this area. So, again, we are the Frisco Democratic Club. You can find more information about us at friscodemocrats.org. But first, what I want to do is I want to plug our membership drive. On your table, you'll see a QR code for the Frisco Democratic Club. And it would really mean the world to us if you become a member or donate to us, because we're not only a club that doesn't just support our club activities, but it also helps candidates in the area because we are also a PAC. So every time we have a general election coming up, and we do before that general elections, we take our surplus funds and we give that to the Frisco candidates who are running for office. So you're not just supporting this club, you're also supporting candidates when you come to that QR code right there and become the member. And what it would mean the world to us. Thank you so much for that, for all of you who have. Another thing, just real quick too, I do want to say it takes a lot to try to run this club and get the candidates coming out here. We have a couple of board members. Board members, please raise your hands right here. Thank you for having with us. And if there is anyone else who also wants to maybe volunteer some of your time and help out our club as well, we do also have 2 vacancies. We are in need of a comms chair and we are in need of a secretary. So if you're looking for volunteer opportunities, go ahead and meet me after this, and I'll definitely, we're looking for the help. So if you can, thank you for that. We also want to now go into some information about the elections, because like I said, we have an election coming up literally starting next week. Next week starts early voting for the runoff municipal election. While we have passed our municipal elections, there's a runoff for 2 of those municipal elections. Unfortunately, there are no runoffs for ISDs, not for the Frisco ISD, but the city council does support runoff elections, and we have 2 of them. You'll probably see some of these door hangers here. It's 2-sided, so make sure you look at both sides. There is place 2. We are recommending to vote for Tammy. She's the incumbent, and her opponent, Bert, on here, has actually been here before. For those who have been here before, you might remember, he came up on the stage right here, the first words out of his mouth was, "I'm a Republican." And then he pointed to another candidate and said, "Say, he's just a Republican too." And I'm sitting here like, this is the Frisco Democratic Club. Anyway, so we're really suggesting Tammy. I'm surprised that we're being passed as a 2 wrong in the first place. On the other side, this was hard, guys. For place 4, we are recommending Gopal. Gopal is a Republican, yes, it's true, but he's the lesser of the evils. Jared Elad is married to a current Frisco City Council member who's shown up on the Steve Bannon show, and they together have been advocating for all sorts of much farther than right from center ideologies that we've seen in the past. He's also a Republican precinct chair as well. So we are begrudgingly recommending, not endorsing, but we're recommending Gopal over Elad. But if you see these, you can probably see them standing up on each of the tables. If you want, you can take these home. By all means, take them home if you want to. So, early voting starts next week. And I want everyone to remember that these are going to be very, very low turnout elections. I know that sometimes people think to themselves that, oh, Texas is a big, massive state, oh, it's big red, oh, my vote doesn't matter. It does here. It does matter. The lower the turnout, the more of a difference your vote makes. We have city council members who sometimes win or lose their elections based on 5s and sometimes with like 10 or 5 votes. It happens. So please make sure that you get out and you vote in this upcoming municipal runoff election. These are also recipients. Who here lives, because Frisco is divided between Denton County and Collin County. Who here lives in Denton County? Okay, so for y'all, there's another thing that I really want to highlight that really, really agitates me, something that just drives me nuts. In Denton County, you can vote anywhere in the county during early voting. However, on the last day to vote, on the voting day itself, you can only vote at your one registered voting location. This confuses a lot of people in Denton County. Because a lot of people get used to the idea of thinking they could vote anywhere in the county because they can't during early voting. But a lot of people get redirected on the voting day itself because they don't realize that. This affects a lot of people. It's been something that we've been going to our county commissioners and advocating for to fix for a while. Because we were telling our county commissioners saying, hey, look, 11% of these people we're seeing are getting redirected. And some of these kids are college kids who need to make it to class, and so therefore they go to class and they lose their opportunity to vote. Some of these people, they're trying to pick up their kids from school or after school where they just don't have the time when they get redirected. So if you live in Denton County, it's not just this election, every election in Denton County, make sure you vote during early voting, just to make it easier on yourself. But be aware, you cannot make it during early voting in Denton County. You can only vote in your one registered voting location. So that's just a public service announcement that unfortunately I have to always give when it comes to Denton County because of the voter intrusion that they have over there in that county, unfortunately. So talked about that, I talked about our voting guide. I think at this point, I'm going to try to introduce you now to the candidates running for office. Unfortunately, none of the candidates here on this ballot, on this suggestion sheet, have made it out tonight. But we do have other candidates who are running for office, many of which are running for the 2026 midterm elections. So I'm going to give them an opportunity to introduce themselves, and then after we're done here, you can walk up and talk to them and ask questions one-on-one if you want to. So first, raise your hands. Who's the candidate running for office for this election or the 2026 midterm election? All right. Those guys right there, those are the guys you're going to want to talk to right after we put the microphone down. But first, let's see here. Who wants to go first? Nick, do you want to tell us who are you? What are you running for? And what do people come home with you?
Hey all, my name is Nick Pappas. I'm a 38-year-old retired United States Marine, single father of a college kid, and a proud Texan running for governor of Texas in 2026. Yeah.
Short and sweet, that's really good. Yeah, the governor's race is a really serious one, guys. I don't know if you know this Greg Abbott guy, but he's not cool. I am not a fan of that Greg Abbott. Now, let's see, we also have, I believe, Evan is running for office as well. Evan, do you want to tell us who you are and what you're running for and where people can find more information about this?
Thank you, Dale. And I do want to say thank you to Dale and thank you to our party leadership and our club leadership for putting these events on and getting us all here. Thank you guys for actually showing up, because when we were talking about running, if I hadn't seen that there was a safe place, and with like-minded people to talk about the things that concern us, and if I hadn't seen such organization and such, frankly, great leadership, then I don't know if I would have had the courage to run. So thank you very much. So I'm Evan Hunt. I'm running for Congress in 3rd District against Keith Sell for the 2026 election. I've been serving my federal government since college, and I've spent my life dedicated to the idea of service before self. So I grew up in New York City and Connecticut. My parents worked really long hours. And I went off to University of Pennsylvania, and I knew I wanted to pursue a career in government. I studied political science and history. I interned for Senator Schumer in New York City and Senator Dodd in DC on the Hill. I gave tours of the Capitol as well. But everything changed when September 11th happened. I watched the towers fall, and I felt called to serve in a different way. I signed up for the Air Force, and really I blinked, and 20 years went by, and I had served my country for both red and blue presidents, and I have flown combat missions over Afghanistan in the back of a B-1 bomber. I was the guy, like, you remember Goose in Top Gun, the guy that dies? That was my role, right? The guy in the back seat. So it was a great experience. I was looking for a better life for my young family, my 2 kids, Lucas and Anna, and I transitioned to the Air National Guard. I finally was promoted to Lieutenant Colonel. I was commanded a squadron, the largest squadron on base, so almost 200 maintainers, maintained C-130 aircraft. So it was a great experience. And in that time, I started transitioning to the business world as well. So I've been a business executive at both small and large companies, focused on growth, growing businesses, right? That is what small businesses do, medium-sized businesses, we grow business, grow innovation, specializing in the technology field. So drones and counter-drone technology has been my field both for commercial and defense purposes. And that means I regularly go to the Pentagon to brief generals, I go to the Hill to brief congressmen, and I do press interviews, and I travel around the world and brief people from other governments. And I definitely spend a lot of time talking to, working with, and negotiating with Republicans. So I'm very proud of all that, but I'm most proud of my family. My wife Courtney's here. My son Lucas graduated from high school today, which I'm very excited about. It was close, we weren't sure, but it happened. He's going off to UT Arlington in the fall, we're very excited. And my daughter's a freshman. So I'm committed to this community. We love this county, we love this community, we love this country. But we're just ordinary people. So I talk about service before self because I feel like so much of this idea of service has been lost. Right? We've forgotten how to care for our neighbors. We've sort of lost touch with how government jobs should be about service and not self-interest. It's convenient that Keith Self is named Keith Self. Probably gonna be my slogan anyway. So again, thank you all for being here. I can stand here and talk a lot about myself, but the reality is I just need you to remember one thing. I'm here to serve you. No other reason to run is to serve you, and because I believe that government service is the highest of temporary honors. So I would appreciate your support, your time, your vote. We've got some great volunteers here. Lucas in the back, he's a great volunteer.
Yes.
And we've got some town hall fundraisers coming up in June 7th, and in Prosper, June 21st in McKinney. There's QR codes on your tables. You can go to electedhunt.com in order to just find out more about me and register. And look, I'm really excited about the opportunity to rebrand the Democratic Party for the South and focus on issues that will enable us to win, because we have to win. We have to win the 2026 elections, or things will just get worse. So, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
We have a lot of really great candidates here. Thank you for that. We also have more candidates coming up. I believe, Sandy, do you want to go introduce yourself? Tell us who you are, what you're running for, and where people can find out more information about the party.
Thank you, Nick. So, I think most of you know me. I'm Sandeep Srivastava. I ran for Congressional District 3 in last election against Ethan. This year, I'm not seeking appearance for Congress. I'm going to run for state against Matt Shaheen on House District 66. This is not a step back, but this is a step forward, because I think we have to make things in Austin first.
Yes.
We have to make our public schools safe.
Yes.
We need to lower the property taxes in state of Texas. We want our home and auto insurances to go down. This is hurting every family. We need public safety. So that's why I decided it's better to run on house and get to Austin and work on these issues which help every kitchen table in every family. Because everybody knows their auto and home insurance has gone 3 times. It's very hard to get a home or auto insurances these days. Your health insurance cost is going down, going up and up. And our public schools are in danger. We have to save that. So that is why I am running on House District 66, which is mostly Plano, Frisco, Prosper and Savannah. And please help us because we need to bring the Collin County and Denton County both. It's on verge of getting blue. We have seen in recent election in city elections in Plano and IC election, not a single seat was won by Republicans. Every 100%. Same thing we have to do in Frisco. We have another chance. 27th is early voting is starting, and then June 7th. Let's change in Frisco also. That's how we'll change. So we have to go with step by step. So please help not only me with other good democratic candidates running and come out and vote. That is the biggest problem because again and again I am saying we are not living in a red state. We are living in a non-voting state. In my last congressional election, I lost by 60,000 votes. And you know, 80,000 Democrat voters didn't turn out to come out and vote. See, if everybody would have come out and vote, we would have a different results. So please make sure, not only you, take your neighbors to go and vote. Thank you very much.
Thank you. That's very good to hear. All right. Now, I know that Tony Adams, I believe, also wants to say some things, but first raise your hands up. If you're a candidate running for office, can you raise a hand, just in case I missed anyone or any new candidate just walked in. Who's running for office? Can there be right now or in 2026? Raise your hands. Yeah, just to make sure. Because sometimes candidates come in late, and I want to make sure I'm not missing anyone. All right, Tony, do you want to come up here and officially announce what are you running for? And who are you? And also, where can people find more information about you?
Thank you. Gil. Let's give Gil a big hand. He's walking up with all the girls, and he's doing such a fantastic job. So let's give my friend Ivan a big hand for running CD3. It takes a lot. Give a big hand to Sandeep, please. It takes a lot. Out of District 66. And Ivan is Congressional District 3. So, my name is Tony Adams. How many of you have seen me before? Okay, well, that's good that we have some new folks there. I ran for House District 61, which is Frisco, which is in 5 other cities, by the way. So I am exploring Congressional District 4, which is right all around us like an umbrella. Denton County, Collin County, Grayson County, Lamar County, Red River County, Hopkins, Delta, Rockwall, Rains, all around. If you ever take McKinney 280, go towards Commerce, you take 69 down towards Mineola or Tyler. If you get a chance to take a look at the map, it's all around. It's like 12 counties. And I am driving a lot. I was actually, guys, in Grayson County last week and in Lamar County. By the way, Tony Adams for People.com. Tony Adams for People. If you Google it, it's going to show up my Facebook. Please like, follow. And I'm on Facebook quite a bit. We all are, right? So it really helps. Follow, like, shared. By the way, I apologize. Give Nick a big hand for stepping up. It's about time, right? We have a candidate for governor. It's about damn time. I tell you. All right, so guys, I was gonna start with a joke, and I don't know whether you guys are gonna like the joke or not. I was gonna get up here and scream. I was like, Frisco Dams! You got a plane! You got a plane! You got a plane! I was gonna do, everybody gets a plane! I was gonna do the Oprah thing, okay? But then I was like, no, we are Dames, we don't get a plane, we get a plane ticket to El Salvador. Right? Alright, but the reason I'm trying to crack some jokes, I'm not a comedian, but I try my best. The reason I'm telling you that, whenever you talk about a plane, we are learning that Article 1, Section 9, Clause 8, emolument clause. That's a new word I just learned. I don't know how to get that word, but I learned a new word. Emolument clause. The plane. We Dems hold the Constitution to our heart. We do. Whenever I talked about the plane ticket to El Salvador, Fifth Amendment, 14th Amendment, and First Amendment. Constitutions, guys, our democratic constructs are under attack. There's a very slow militarization of our democratic processes, our way of life is under attack. We're literally losing our rights, our dignity. You guys, if you study history, you'll see what the Nazi did. They banned the books. What did the slave owners do? They took the books away from the slaves. They didn't want them to read that. What did Taliban did to women? If you look at the photo from 1970s, women, pants, shirts, modern women walking in Afghanistan. You look today, they were kicked out from all the universities. They're kicked out from everywhere, and now they can't even read, they cannot do anything. We're heading that direction. Now, our number one fight next year would be saving democracy. Our rights is not a blue issue, it's not a red issue, it's a human dignity issue. We have to fight for it. If you don't fight for it, they're going to take it away. They are experimenting in a very fast track way, right? So we have to fight for it. Secondly, all the tariff stuff that we are seeing now, if you really think about it, ask yourself, 2018, the tariff was tried. Guess what happened? Millions of small businesses closed up. Small businesses are not big donors to the Republican Party. They want to get rid of small businesses so that only the big businesses can survive. So do your research. But here's the deal. We're on the right side of the history. We're Democrats. We always stood up for the middle class. We always fought for the working class people. We always stood by our union brothers and sisters. Because what? We never bought into the notion that it's a trickle-up economy. It never worked that way. We have to fight for what we deserve. Now, I know all of you are 100% signed up. Guess what? You heard Sandeep talk. Collin County, just this county, I'm not even talking about other counties, 750,000 voters. 250,000 voters stayed home last year in November. 2020, all these precincts around us was blue. They were blue. 2024, they turned red. Why? The Dems, our Dems family, they did not come out and vote. So our work is cut out. You know what we have? We have strategy and we are smart. We have to work very smart. Just the candidates cannot do. Just the Davis Club presidents or county chairs and precinct chairs, we cannot do just ourselves. We need your strategic partnership and help. If we could get, and I'm just gonna say it, if we could get 2 Republicans, a lot of people are talking about it, after last night's bill, I'm telling you, you have no idea, 40% in Medicaid folks, they are their children. They're taking food away from children. SNAP, people are losing SNAP. They did not fund 3.5 million net new Texans who signed up for affordable care last year. These guys are gonna find out that 2025 December, the funding ends. They did not allocate funding. So next year, all these people in affordable care, they're gonna lose their health care. There are a lot of the rural areas. I was in rural areas last week, and this week, I just came back. I talked to a lot of people. They're worried about their local rural hospitals closing. They closed. So our job, our work is cut out, guys. Next election, we have to get 2 Republicans and 2 Democrats who don't vote. This is our assignment. Next time when you come, please, we're all family, right? We're family, so it's a family conversation. Bring 2 Republicans and 2 Democrats. Talk to them, and this is what I do, by the way. I get up and I talk to them. I say, first 10 minutes, they go their own false narratives, and then I say, do you feel great? Are you great yet? How are you feeling? Naturally, your bills, your kids' future, your future, healthcare. When I start talking to them about their pocketbook slowly, they start to rationally have a conversation. So we gotta get them into the rational point and have a conversation. So guys, next year, we can flip the House. Absolutely doable. U.S. Congress is where all the, sorry for my language, crap happens. All the crap happens in the United States House, in the Congress. We have to stop. That's why they tell us what to read. That's what they tell us what to eat, how to think. Our health care, our wage. So we have to send our guys, people like Evan, Commissioner District 3, and I'm exploring Commissioner District 4. If we can get a couple of seats in the House, we can go and stop this carnage. Thank you, guys.
Thank you very much. I want to check one more time just in case anyone came in late. Are there any other candidates who want to speak? If so, raise your hand. And if not,
Hey, Bill, should we make the announcement?
yeah, I was going to jump to you next. Yeah, so I was going to give you some time for some of you holding the camera. But yeah. So yeah, there's also some other news coming up. So I'm going to hand the microphone off to Georgiana. She's one of our advocates. And I believe there's a couple of different events that she wants to talk about. So here's Georgiana.
Hello. Thank you guys. Everybody having a good night? So again, we have some things that are going on. Everybody's familiar with the vouchers that just passed. Exactly. So I don't know if you know Save Our Public Schools, Herb Krasner. He is actually going to be in Capel on June 10th, and he's going to go over a new slideshow that he has. He's done a ton of research. He's got a lot of data. He's testified in front of the House and the Senate. He knows our congressman as well. So he's very educated on what's happening with vouchers. June 10th, between 6 and 7:30, he'll be in Capel. If you just let me know if you want more information. I can give you a link to that. Who is it? Herb Krasner with Save Our Public Schools. All right, and then this one is very near and dear to my heart too. Veterans Day is on Monday. Memorial Day is on Thursday. My husband, one of my mentors, who is the commander of the American Legion, are putting on a Memorial Day program. It's Monday the 26th. It will be between 11 and 12:15 at Grand Skates at the Toco Chico main stage. Basically, it's in the lawn area. So it's about a little over an hour. They put a lot of work into it. If we could come out as Democrats and show our support for veterans, that would be amazing. If you don't have the flyers there, that's all we got.
Awesome, thank you very much for that, Georgiana. All right, well, so I want to thank all the candidates that are coming out. It really means the world to us. I don't think Jeremy's here today, so I will move on, and I will do this one more time. I'm obliged to do this. Try to maybe do this 2 or 3 times. Please scan that QR code on your tables if you want to become a member or donate to us. It helps our club with our club activities, and it also goes to our candidates as well, as we are also a PAC. Again, any surplus that we have for the general election, we give to our candidates. I also want to again thank our sponsors. Raptor Roofing is our sponsor. They've been our sponsor for some time. If you look at your tables, you can see Raptor Roofing information there as well. So if you ever have hail damage or high winds, I know my house has gotten hit by winds and hail, and all sorts of things. So Raptor Roofing there. And also Tanya Dangerfield is also, she's a realtor. So if you're looking to buy or sell a home, and not just Frisco, but the general area, Tanya Dangerfield is a longtime supporter of ours, so we definitely recommend her. With that said, yeah. All right. With that said, I do want to say a big thank you to the establishment here. Please tip your wait staff. It needs the role that they give us the space to be here. It's sometimes hard to find a space to hold events like this, so I want to give a big thank you to Jake's Burners in here. And I'm sorry, okay. So please tip your wait staff. But I want to say, yes, one more last thing, Virginia. I think you wanted to say something.
Okay, so we have a couple of events coming up. Holland County Democratic Party has partnered with 50501 and Indivisible. We also have some independent people in Frisco and other areas arranging different protests. So there will be a protest May 31st. I don't remember what the times are, but look on our Frisco area Democrats website. You can sign up. The sign up just helps us let the police who are there to protect us know roughly how many to expect. Another giant protest that's happening nationwide is on Saturday, June 14th, and it's the No Kings Day, or with the Women's March, they're also calling it Kick the Clowns Out. So there will be several events in Holland and Denton County, so look for those, get ready. There's some sign making parties going on, so look for those. And then also, the final thing I want to tell you is that the Frisco Democratic Club will have a booth at Bikini Pride on Saturday, June 1st. And look at our Frisco area events to sign up. If you could do a shift of like, I think they're an hour and a half long, or if not, just come out to the Bikini Pride event and to support them. It's even more important than it always has been. But we could use some volunteers to help set up the booth, clean up the booth. We're going to be registering voters, so some of you could become BDRs to help with that. And if you have any questions, let me know. My name is Virginia.
Yeah, thank you. People just spent my mind to talk about the upcoming event over there. Speaking of events as well, I'll make sure that we're on Mobilize. For those who are new or don't know what I'm talking about, there's a great website called mobilize.us. Mobilize.us. That's the go-to place to find where Democratic events are happening in your area by zip code. Our events are on there, our happy hour is on there, our breakfast club is on there. I think our next event at the Bikini Pride is on there as well. I'll make sure it is when I get back on my computer. But mobilize.us is go-to place for that. So that's I will say one more time, please tip your wait staff. So you don't want to thank the establishment for giving us this room that has the space where you can meet your candidates. You don't have to go home. In fact, please hang out. Here and now is your opportunity to meet those candidates who were just up here talking. You can ask them questions one-on-one and get, get a face to the name, if you will. Thank you guys for coming out. I'll see you next time.
Yeah.